We listen and we definitely judge you, Miss Gypsy Rose Blanchard. So Gypsy Rose recently did a collaboration with this Natalie Reynolds, who's a problem in herself. That's for a whole nother time. So Gypsy and Natalie play this old trend. Remember that we listen and we don't judge. And why Gypsy wanted to do that is beyond me. Come up with something new, Gypsy. Anyways, Gypsy says, we listen and we don't judge. My mother. I spent 8 years in prison because my mother. And then Natalie kind of side eyes her. And she, hey, we don't judge. So Gypsy has finally realized this was not funny, not well received. So now she's issued an apology, so to speak. She's sorry if the delivery wasn't how it should have been, and she wants to be her true, authentic self. And if that's saying, hey, I did something bad, but look where I'm at now, Gypsy, your true, authentic self, you showed your true, authentic self, your mother, and you don't care. You have no remorse, and you think it's a joke. In your mind, I only had to do 8.5 years for it. I came out ahead, and look, I did this to my mother, and now I'm famous. Actually, you're infamous. But regardless, how did you expect that was going to come off? How did you think that was going to be received? I mean, did you think people were going to laugh? Find humor in this? I can't wrap my mind around this. What made her think for 1 second that this was a good idea? But I'm at a loss. I don't even know what to say about it. And then she also tells us that she used to, as she said, wipe her bottom with a towel instead of toilet paper. Why? I mean, what could possibly be your reasoning for that? And what would be your reasoning for telling that? We already know you're a disgusting human being. It just makes no sense to me. And and then so now she's got Natalie Reynolds, and now she's been hanging around with Kel Rocky or whatever the hell, and her partner or wife, I'm not sure. Where's Sheena? Where's Bree? As much as I dislike Sheena and Bree, but Bree especially had Gypsy's back, 1,000,000%. Went on these lives for hours defending Gypsy's name. Claimed Gypsy as a friend. Would have basically did anything for Gypsy. Because as much as I don't care for Bree, it was clear to see that she was a wonderful friend to Gypsy. Probably the best friend Gypsy ever had in her life, besides her mother. And then Bree runs into some trouble. Where's Gypsy now? Why Bree's not mentioned? She's running around with these other people, drinking with college kids on St. Patrick's Day, and no sign of Bree. No words of support for Bree. Couldn't even bail Bree out of jail. Sheena had to do it. Gypsy treats people like shit. These women were nothing but good to Gypsy, and now nowhere around because she's got new friends now. Friends that can do something more for her. You know, they can, they're more well known, is what I'm trying to say. So they give Gypsy more attention, um, social media wise. It's disgusting. Making jokes. You're going around here making jokes. And then she even jokes about if Ken were to cheat on her, she'd Ken too. And I believe she would. I believe with every fiber of my being that she has it in her to do it again. And the one I'm really concerned about, the one I think if she were to do it again, would be Mia. She cannot stand Mia. She has repeatedly told us that Mia is her biggest trigger. And now what if Mia gets engaged? That is going to throw Gypsy over the edge. That's the one I think has the most worry. I do not feel like Mia is safe at all around Gypsy. I don't. Anyways, even you Gypsy supporters have to admit that her "we listen, we don't judge" nonsense was in poor taste. Now, y'all cannot disagree with that fact. You cannot say, yeah, that was a great idea for her to make a joke of, taking out her mother. This is one thing that the anti-Gypsy community and the pro-Gypsy community can agree on. This was foul and disgusting.